Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we are going to continue our playlist or series on Spring Data MongoDB. So in this video we are going to discuss about Spring Data MongoDB query, right? Query part is the custom queries, basically how you can write custom queries. In our previous video we have seen how we can use the query method itself, where we don't write, no need to write the query manually, but we should know if there are any situation where that there is no, you're not able to achieve something with query methods, right? In that case you need to write the custom query as well, so that we can achieve using the query annotation that we have in Spring Data Mongo. So if you have not seen my previous video, I would suggest you to go ahead and first of all watch that video, and then only you come back to this video. Otherwise it would be difficult for you to follow or link the. Okay, so without wasting time, let's get started. So I'll just preview what we have done in our previous video, right? I think we have okay, this is so in our previous video we created one query controller, right? There we are able to fetch details based on whether what is the, so this one is for what is the place name and then what is the subword name, right? Similarly, if I remove this village, then I will get just a minute, yeah, right. So based on the place we are getting everything, then place, and we can specify what is the type, right? Address type. Based on that, or it was village type, so we are able to achieve that with query method, which we have seen in our previous video. Okay, so if I go to my repository here, this we have seen using the query method, like find by name and type, all those things, right? Now let's see how do you usually query in our MongoDB, right? So in this case, if you see here, I want to query. Okay, let me just give it a simple one. Let's say we have all these records, right? So if I want to query something, let's say where place name, right, or name colon, we have, let's say specify this one, and we are able to fetch the record, right? So let's do one thing. So similar thing, let's try to achieve. This is how in NoSQL in MongoDB you query, okay? Like in Oracle SQL you query based on um, uh, normal, we have select star from or any other DSL or basically the DML query or anything, right? So in this scenario, if in MongoDB, as because it is JSON format, right? It's key value. So in JSON only you have to query. So this is how the query works in MongoDB. Okay, let's create one more method here, and even this will return us list of location. Okay, and so as because this is not query method and we are going to specify um, @query annotation over here, so this you can give any name. Okay, get location by name, right? So this doesn't matter here, you can specify any meaningful name you want to. Okay, so if I'll just specify this, and here we need to specify @query and make sure it is from org Spring Framework Data MongoDB. Okay, so what we need to do is we'll just specify name colon, here I think question mark 0. Okay, let me just have a look if I missed anything. Okay, yeah, I think it's question 0. Right, 0 is nothing but your first position, okay, which is nothing but this first parameter. So whatever you'll pass over here, right, because name dynamically we are going to pass here. So this is 0, and if you have multiple, in that case it will be one more, 1, 2, like that you can Go ahead. Okay, let's go to our service class and we'll specify another method where we'll say public list of location, get location by name. The same thing I'm just specifying here as well, right? So that we'll get to know string name and return location repository, then get location by name, and we have to pass this particular name. All right. Now we need to add one more controller, and here we can specify, instead of query, I'll say custom query. Okay. And let me specify first location name here, then get location by name. So that we'll understand, right? That is the reason I'm specifying over here the same name. Okay. Whatever we have in controller, service, and even in our repository. What did I do? Okay. So we need to remove this part and even this one. And you have to call the particular method, right? Which is get location by name. Okay, let me restart the application and then we'll see, right, whether it works or not. All right, then let me make a duplicate tab here. Instead of query, let me specify custom query. And let's try hitting this. Okay, so you can see, right, it is working. It is able to fetch all the records with location name as Manikunda. Similarly, let me try partner. Okay, so we are able to fetch this particular record. Now what I want is I want to fetch something based on let's say the place rank is there, right? In this case, place rank is 18. Somewhere it is 19. So there are different operations where greater than and all those things, right? How you can specify that. So in MongoDB, basically, if you see here, we have different keywords, right? The way we had in Oracle and all, greater than and all. Here, how we can use that. Let's take one example of that. So let's take place rank colon. We have to specify greater than. Okay. Colon again. It has to be colon, and we have to specify 19. Let's say I'm giving 19 over here, and see whether it works or not. See. 18 and 19 record did not come and 2022 is received. So this is how greater than and all these operations you have to use. Okay, so let's try this way because okay, even this works. So this is what we have to specify. So let's go ahead and create one more method saying list of location, get location by place rank greater than. Okay, and here we need to excuse me, we have to specify rank. Okay, and query should be all right, place rank, and but here we need to specify again question mark 0. Let's say if you have multiple, you can specify question mark 0 and then 1, and you can have multiple argument over here. Okay, so what we are saying here is we need to see all the records where place rank is greater than whatever we'll pass dynamically. Okay, so let's go ahead and create one more method saying public list of location, get location by place rank, then okay, and this should be int rank. Okay, then we need to call location repository dot get location by place rank. Okay, my should be written here. Similarly, next step is we'll just add one more method with here we need to specify rank, right? And it should be integer type, get location by. So we need to similarly call the respective repository method, which is nothing but this one, right? And here we need to specify rank. Okay, so we have custom query, and I think we need to specify by place rank here. We need to add one more, right? Otherwise it will get confused. Okay, let's restart the application and see. So we had other custom query, then place rank, and we are giving the rank over here, right? So let's try custom query we had, then we need to specify place rank, right? Slash, this has to be some number, right? It cannot be string. So okay, so we have specified it should be greater than 19, which means 20, 22 like that we should receive, right? So if you see, we received only 2 records where it is 20 place rank and 22. Similarly, I think we can try, let's give 15, we should be able to fetch all the records, right? And we have only in 22, so let me specify 21. Yeah, only one record. So this is how, right? So you might end up writing one complex query or anything like that, right? Similarly, the way we use, we might have different, if we have different scenarios, complex scenarios there, we might need to write complex queries. So in that case, we can use this query annotation in Mongo data repository. And there also, you no need to write any implementation class. It's just that you specify at the rate query, and that query, whatever the query you have, right, you specify over there. You no need to write any particular implementation class or anything. So if you are not even able to achieve through this query, right, and if you want to perform some kind of criteria and very complex logic, then also we have option using Mongo template, where you will be able to create criteria, different criteria you can create and all those things, which we'll see in a particular dedicated video I'll create for that, and we'll discuss about that, right? So if you see all those queries, right, in our debug log, find using query place rank greater than this one. So similarly, yesterday the way we have seen, right, even if we are specifying that query, it is doing the same thing. And the moment you are not specifying query and just method, right, internally Spring Data Mongo is forming that particular query and getting the result. So this is how the custom query you can write in Spring Data Mongo, and you'll be able to achieve most of the work, but there are still, if you have complex logics and all, right, you'll not be able to achieve with this query as well, and you have to go ahead with Mongo template criteria, and you have to fetch the record, okay? So that's all for today's video. I hope you guys like this video, and I have been keep on telling that if you liked it, please press the like button, and please do subscribe to my channel so that you'll get all the subsequent videos on Spring Data Mongo. So I think the basics we are covering now, but we'll get into the advanced level where the Spring Data Mongo has the capability of this location, right? So in my next video, maybe I'll start with GeoJSON and location related features in MongoDB, and we'll search for the radius search or proximity search, right? So we'll discuss more on that. Thanks for watching the video.